no joke, full cowboy hat, a bandana as his mask, like a red plaid bandana, a plaid shirt, bolo tie, great big belt buckle, blue jeans, and Velcro running shoes.
Nice.
Yeah, not so much.
Nice.
You want authenticity, you gotta go all the way.
Man, so I can't believe you saw your brother.
Yeah, that's not my brother. My brother would never wear that. Hi there, and welcome again to the Rural Juror Brewery tour.
Well said.
Thanks. On location
Yes.
at McSchnot's Irish Pub here in London, Ontario.
Yes, thank you so much for having us on location. Thank
Very
you so
thoughtful. The weather outside is frightful, so we decided this is probably the best place to be.
Yes.
Who knows? We may get the chance to do it again in the future.
much. Absolutely, yeah.
So today's episode is all about pale ales. And I feel a kindred to those pale ales because no complexion usually. You should see me in the winter. It's a little ghostly. It's almost
Can you see you in the winter?
Not much. So today we're going to start with Square Brew's Celtic Fog Pale Ale.
Square Brew, that is in...
That's in
Goddard,
Goddard, Ontario, on the east coast of Lake Huron there. I recently took a trip and that was one of the places that we stopped off at. Wonderful location in the middle of an industrial area.
Yeah, nice spot.
Yep, good spot. They had a few on tap and it was nice to try some out, but this is one of the ones I brought home with me.
Yeah, I haven't been there for a couple of years, but the last couple of times I was there, very solid beers.
Yeah.
The Celtic Frog,
Nope, the Celtic Fog.
but it's green.
No, the label's green, the beer is not.
Oh, okay.
Not all fogs are
Celtic
Not all fogs are green. Not all frogs are green,
Okay.
including the ones that you lick. Don't lick frogs. So when you look at it, it's very well named, if only by the view, huh?
Yeah, and so this is interesting. So the pale ale idea, this is what you typically would say is a pale ale. It's lighter in color. The interesting thing is that if you are in different parts of the world, and especially in the last 30, 40 years, pale ale has really changed. It's usually now very close to amber,
Is it?
or bitters even. in
You think
Britain.
everything's in amber?
No, I don't. I wish it was more. I wish it was just more.
Very
laid out.
delineated?
Yes, but everything just kind of jumbled together a little bit.
It's like musical styles. We had jazz,
Yeah.
but then we had swing jazz, and then we had upbeat jazz, and we had fusion jazz, and bebop, and both of the cool and all. Okay, you don't need a jazz history lesson.
No,
I'm
no.
just gonna drink the beer now. Very fresh nose on it.
Yeah.
Not getting too many scents in there. It's just very bright and fresh.
Yep. Yeah, not a lot of hop, not a lot of fruit or malt or anything like that.
It's got a bit of a peppery taste to it. Not spicy pepper, but more like white pepper. A mild pepper that just kind of activates the back of the tongue.
I would agree with that. Yeah, it does have. It's not.
Oh, I
bitter.
have your permission to talk about the flavors?
Jay, I value your opinion.
You're a liar. Anyways, so yes, white pepper on there.
Yeah.
Try to
there's
figure
just
out
a
what the
little
taste on the tip of the tongue is.
bit, little
Sorry,
bit of
go
heat.
ahead.
A little bit. I would say almost like heat, like a spicy, but not super spicy. But that pepper is a good word for it.
And a very mild pepper, as I said. Tip of the tongue is getting something.
The tip of the tongue, the tip of the lips.
I'm getting a little basil on the tip of the tongue. You may call that basil, but it's basil.
Is it?
Yes.
A little hint of sour tartness.
How many S's were in front of sour?
Well, it's not that sour, but
Is it the sour the snake does as it hisses?
I
Sibilance.
I didn't want to say sour.
Sibilance.
I didn't want to quite say sour, but I didn't know how else to say it.
I'm not getting sour, so I can understand why you wouldn't want to say sour because that's totally inaccurate.
I get a little bit of sour, just the littlest bit.
And maybe a hint of lime at the back.
That would be the sour fruit.
No, it wouldn't. No, at the back of the tongue, this Celtic fog is giving me a bit of a limey taste.
Oh,
You gotta trace that one. That one takes a while. There's a few steps to it.
This is a really nice, refreshing beer. It's not too heavy.
No, it's very easy to just crush
It's
this
very,
one.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. What is the alcohol? What is it on here? 4.5. So it's a little bit lighter in alcohol.
Very sessionable beer.
Yeah, yeah, and absolutely. That was my next thing was to say it's very sessionable, and this is.
I got there
summer.
first. You're just copying me now.
Sometimes the things left by those that got there first are the things that are worth waiting for.
That's my point. I was there first. Thank you for agreeing with me. Point me.
That's not true. Next beer up is the Shakespeare's Brewing Company. It is their
You added an S. You realize that, right? It's not possessive.
Shakespeare Brewing Company.
Right. And that's because it's located in the town of Shakespeare, Ontario.
Yes.
It's not Shakespeare's. He doesn't own it. He dead.
Yes.
He's been dead for like 400 years.
At least.
Well, it's like 400 and a few, but yes.
Yeah. So anyways,
405?
their beer is the Reckless Rooster Ontario Pale Ale.
I like how you almost said Reckless Brewster. That would have been good.
That would have been good. Except
and we
then,
could call it Shakespeare Brewing Company.
But then they wouldn't have a rooster on there. Like a rooster on the can.
You ever wonder why on the rooster on the can, they've got his beak all tied up? But only the top part?
It's because he's been in a fight. He has a knife.
Is he on Family Guy?
No, he's a Reckless Rooster. Oh, maybe he's the Family Guy rooster. That would be awesome.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
But this is an Ontario Pale Ale, which in this case means that all the ingredients for this beer are locally sourced in Ontario. What the dickens happened here?
Dickens.
Sorry, it's a rooster. What the chickens happened here?
Well, look, I'm pouring quite slowly, and yet it is still quite heady.
So I'm smelling this, and I smell fresh straw, fresh hay.
I don't.
It's okay that I smell something different than you.
I value your opinion.
I'm just saying. But I certainly smell that fresh greenery, that fresh straw and hay.
Since I'm allergic to them, I don't smell that because I would be sneezing right now. But
You can
that's okay.
smell it and not have an allergic reaction to it if it's not. This is beer. Beer, straw and hay, not the same thing. Ooh, got a little nutty finish, roasted. Little roasty finish on there, and the bitterness is lingering.
Yeah, the bitterness is at the end, and it's leaves a nice bitter taste in the mouth, not overpowering.
Yes, the bitterness is lingering like it does when you don't accept my opinion as valid. That just happened.
I think it's still happening.
Probably.
How come your chair is higher than me? I'm taller than you.
You are not taller than I am.
I'm pretty sure I'm taller than you.
You are not, even with that hat on, you are not taller than me.
Now I'm taller than you.
Maybe now. There's a lot of flavor in here, and it's that first taste is a little smooth, and then it stays around the back of the throat, and the bitterness is there at the tip of the tongue afterward, and the body is full and activates like it. This is a full mouth experience.
Yes.
That's the name of my new album.
It's
Full
the
mouth
name of your new
experience.
videotape.
Restaurant. We should open up. No, we're not going to open a restaurant.
Open a restaurant.
But the full mouth experience would be a great name for a restaurant that gets closed down in its first month.
It's first month. I don't think you'd even get the license.
I wouldn't tell them that.
There'd be a lineup of people trying to get a job that are the wrong people.
Or are they?
Hey, I'm empty.
Yeah, I got another beer. You're so impatient.
Okay, good.
So the last beer we're going to talk about today is from Mash Paddle Brewing.
Yeah, I
So
remember.
when we were there,
Yep.
we sat outside on a table, like it was a barrel, and the top of the barrel was engraved. I'll show you a picture right here.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, wonderful engraving on that on that
really
barrel.
nice spot.
So this is the Unnamed Pale Ale from Mash Paddle Brewing.
What's it called?
Company. It's unnamed.
I know, what's it called?
It's unnamed. It's called Unnamed Pale Ale. That's its name. It's like No Name brand is actually the brand. They just called it No Name.
Okay.
And do you realize I was 20 by the time I figured out that was the brand name? Not smart kid.
Not surprised either.
Yeah. Wow. Says a lot about me, doesn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a nice foamy head, especially on yours.
So look at the color. Nice amber.
All
copper
malt
smell.
on the
Yeah,
nose.
really nice.
Oh.
I know.
But yeah, definitely an amberish color.
There's a little bit of sweet. There's
I'm getting yeast off of that as well.
some yeast in there, but there's something else in there. I just can't place.
Oh, this is all malt. Oh, and it takes a turn at the end of the malt. The sweetness comes across, and then it gets a buttered toffee flavor on the finish.
Oh yeah.
You get the buttered toffee, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Like sticky toffee pudding. You've had a sticky toffee.
Sticky pudding.
Well, no, sticky toffee.
But you
But
said
it's like,
pudding.
well, yeah, but the Brits call every dessert a pudding. Fact. Maybe it's a fact, but I think it's a fact. That is a wonderful beer. 5.5% alcohol, 24 IBU, but you're not really tasting the IBU finish.
I can
because-
taste the hops.
Well, you can taste hop, but you're not getting so much bitterness with that sticky toffee finish.
all three today actually are just very standard.
But all so different. The first one, crushable and sessionable. The second one,
in summer.
And very summer. The second one had a little more depth of flavor, a little darker, and then this one, a little later in the year. So much variety possible in the pale ale.
You know, this one is the one that I'm wondering if it would change a lot when it's warm.
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
I think that the flavors, like the smell is brighter, but the flavors are more subdued for me.
Yeah.
I think that middle is a little flatter.
Yes.
The finish is still there, but it's also a little flatter. The beer's not flat, don't get me wrong. It's just the flavor profile has kind of, instead of being a real spike flavor, we have flattened that curve.
Yeah, I would say this tastes more like an English bitter now.
Sure. I don't get as much of the sticky toffee pudding.
No, but you're right. Actually, there's less of that.
Yeah.
But they're just the idea of the bitter finish, and it's just a nice, all the way through, from I would say middle to end is pretty much the same.
Yeah, it's a more stable flavor profile.
Yeah.
I like it better cold. So thanks for watching the Rural Juror Brewery Tour. I'm Jay.
I'm Seth.
And check us out next time when we try some new beers.
Like and subscribe below.
We'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Well, the things that come to those that wait might be the things left by those that got there first.
Probably not. Because if you're waiting for it, it wasn't there yet.
But you know that whole thing, right? The good
I'm
things
pretty
that come.
sure you're screwing it up still.
The good things that come to those that wait might be the things left by those that got there first. So
So is this your philosophy on dating?
Yes.
Huh.
Marriage. Clang.